Okay, what up guys, just before I start the update, just a little heads up for you. I am going to be doing a Q&A. Haven't really been requested it, but I'm still going to do it anyway. They've been going around quite a lot, so hit me up with any questions you got in the comments. I will try my best to get the video out, hopefully next week before I go up to Manchester, hopefully next weekend. So yeah, Q&A, questions, stick them in the comments, and stay tuned for the Apple update. So I shall speak to you in a sec. What up YouTube, your boy Mr. Scum here. Today I've got a little Apple update for you, just to finish off 2015 and beginning of 2016 update. So as you can already tell, the Apple looks a little bit different, purely because I have the expansion I said in the last video, which was originally actually here. I've actually put in with the runway extension and the little hangar, maintenance area and taxiway. As you can probably tell already, I've got a bit of a cold, sore throat, all that kind of winter shit. So I sound rough. So hopefully you'll still be able to understand me. And well, yeah, let's crack on with the update. So it's taken me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to set up. It sounds absolutely ridiculous, but I'm saying this now, this is probably the last time ever you're going to see this airport full. Maybe doing updates separately with these three boards, and with these maybe when I come back, maybe these few boards, all that kind of stuff. But I don't know if I'm going to have the time when I'm up there to do an update. I don't know whether I'm going to have the space to do it. But I'm going to try my best just to keep it here. I am still going to be alive on YouTube, but maybe even uploading even less frequently than I am now. I had a bulk about 3 weeks ago of random P3D videos. So that's all what you're going to get for 2015 and this update. So yeah, let's crack on. It's going to take quite a while, this one, seeing as we have got the full expansion out. There's not as many stands as there once was. Of course, the little area that was there had a lot more stands. Actually, no, it didn't. I think that it's still about the same amount. Okay, so let's crack on. Do same as normal, what we normally do. So, just arriving, we've got a couple unusual guests into the airport this evening, into this afternoon even. Runway 20 is in use. Just landing on the threshold. Well, it's still above the threshold, but just coming in, you can get my gist. Air France A340-300, coming in from Paris Charles de Gaulle. This just going into the hangar is going to be getting a paint job done, just a bit of top ups and stuff like that, just a little check. And if you haven't, and you'll be able to see further on in the update, I've actually put GSE out for once and buildings, so I'm going to try and make this last one special. Okay, so now we have in Echo 1, the remaining cargo area of this expansion is still here. Echo 1, Emirates 777-200, don't know why I said 200, 777 freighter, just being uncargoed. That doesn't make sense. This aircraft has just come in from Toronto and then it's going to be heading out to Frankfurt and then back to Dubai. Next we've got EasyJet A320 in the 20 years scheme. This aircraft's going out to Napoli. And what basically I'm pretending, you can see it's kind of taxing into nothing. What I'm pretending is I've closed that terminal, so the terminal that's there is closed, but it's still there in a way, but it's just closed. But there's still the taxiway that runs, of course there's still that little bit there for the taxiway. Next we have another unusual guest, one we don't get at all regularly, well, irregular now. FedEx ATR 72. I'm trying to do it from across the other side of the bed, so that's why it's a bit stretched. This FedEx is just going out to Stansted. It got diverted, but because Stansted's so close, they kind of took off the cargo at that time and put it all to Stansted. But the actual aircraft has got to return there at some point, so that's where it's going now. Next, got a new model, the only one of the new update of this update, I believe. TNT 737-300 even, combi. So that means it's a passenger aircraft as well as cargo. Today it's operating the cargo service. Just being fueled up, and that's going to be heading off to Liege in Belgium. Next, we have really loads of guests. Air Force 2, the US Air Force, the presidential
757, Air Force One's smaller brother. This aircraft's just coming in from Andrews Air Force Base. And it's just going to be on the ground until, of course, the Vice President or whoever's on board gets off, and then of course goes to their place, and it's going to go back off to just a more secure airfield. Next we've got BBJ, my little colourful one. Probably one of my favourite customs purely because I was so creative with the colours. Sounds hilariously gay. I apologise. This aircraft will be heading out to Abu Dhabi. Then next we have the Dubai, the Arab Royal Flight, Almiri flight, that's what it is. 777-300. This aircraft's going to be heading out to Dubai later. Then we've got the La Compagnie, I still don't know how to pronounce it, the Dreamjet 757. This aircraft's going to be going out to Paris? John F. Kennedy Airport, New York. I've kind of made that new area into like a VIP section. I thought if I have, it is reserve stands as well, but let's just pretend there's a little VIP building in the corner there. Just make that use of it, just makes it seem a little bit cooler than just vehicle, than just aircraft storage. Okay, next taxiing into Delta 1 where the EasyJet came out of. We've got an Air Berlin 737-800, which is just come in from Berlin Tengal, I think. Next, unusual visitor, Iberia A330-300, just being fueled up, and this, because there was so much service from Madrid this week, they decided to send this instead of a couple aircraft. They sent on one. I think this is generally a winter thing they do. This aircraft's coming in from Madrid, being fueled out to go back out to Madrid. Next we have our Star Alliance. Which one is this? Tap or the... we've got a Star Alliance A320 scheme actually operates Austrian, so this aircraft's just being lavatory serviced and be heading out to Vienna. Next being catered, EasyJet A320 going out to, trying to find the route, Napoli. I can't remember what sent the first one out. This one's going off to Geneva or Napoli, whichever one the other one isn't. That makes sense. Taxiing out of Delta 6, we've got a TAP A320 in the Star Alliance scheme. Be going out to Lisbon. And Delta 5 is an empty gate, which is a really rare sight to see an empty gate at this airport. Okay, next, into the Alpha stands. Just being pushed, we've got a Virgin 747-400. This aircraft's going to be heading out to, try to find it on my piece of paper, this one's going out to JFK as well. Next we've got a Virgin Atlantic A340-600, which will be going out to Los Angeles, just being pushed, kind of Virgin's push out time. Next we've got an Eva 777-300, and this aircraft's going out to Taiwan. Well, it's just arrived in from Taiwan. Then we've got a Japan Airways 787 coming in, just being catered, be heading off to Tokyo, Haneda, something like that, later on this afternoon. Okay, into the Bravo stands. Britair CRJ, or Air France operated by Britair CRJ 700, I'm going to say. I don't actually know, I still don't know. This aircraft's going to be heading out to Lyon. Next we've got Thompson 767, just going out to Lanzarote. See, I've put the gates out on this stand, and put the old Tamil wings out. Next we've got the Thompson 757 just being pushed out, and this is going to head off to Grenoble, which I looked up just now, and apparently it's a ski resort destination. Air France A320 in the SkyTeam scheme. That's a really big mouthful, SkyTeam scheme. This aircraft's going out to Charles de Gaulle later on today, in about half an hour. Next we've got Thompson 737-800, just being catered in this aircraft's going out to Fuerteventura. Okay, Charlie stands. We have in Charlie 1, Swiss A320, just being cleaned and is going out to Zurich later. Aeroflot 767, just boarding in this aircraft, heading out to Moscow. Taxiing in to Charlie 3, Gulf Air A330, going out to Bahrain. Charlie 4, Thomas Cook A321, this aircraft will be heading out to, oh, please don't put this one down, I did, Anatolia. Then we got a Saudi 777-200 ER in Charlie 5, which are going out to King Jeddah later on. Then it was quite a tight push, but this aircraft's been holding for a little bit. We got Delta A330, it's just holding, waiting for the other two aircraft on the hold point to depart, so there's room for it. This aircraft's going into Atlanta. Then just coming out of the hangar, just taxiing out the maintenance area in total, we've got Lufthansa A340-600, which is going out to Frankfurt after a minor check. We can just about fit in a A340 into this hangar. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. The doors have to be opened around the tail, if that makes sense. So the tail comes up to about here, and where this keep clear is, that's where the doors open and close. So the car comes out just to there. Then we've got a Singapore A380. It's hanging out to Singapore Zhang. Then in the outside the hangar even, that made away, we've got a Jet 2757 still. I haven't done anything with this. I don't really want to operate it because it's just pointless operating it from this airport. I want to get rid of it, so I'm happy to take 25 quid on this one, guys. If any of you are interested, please send me an Instagram direct message. I've said my Instagram many times, but I will say it now again. Lair_fans with 1 or 2 Z's on both of them accounts. And this A321, I finally decided I'm going to make it into Iberia. I've just got a request from it, so it's going to go into Iberia and I'm not going to keep it. So it's going to drive to a customer. Okay, so onto the expansion. Just being prepared to be towed. We've got an American 767, and you cannot see that for anything because that light is awful. It's just too dark. It's the disadvantage of having a grey aircraft. You can't see it in the other side of the light. Okay, we've got an American 787 that looks a lot better right now. This aircraft is going out to Dallas Fort Worth or DFW. Once get towed to the stand. Then I think we should crack on with the remote stands. First of all, just taxiing out of this gate here. Just been pushed and now taxiing. We've got a Norwegian 787, which is going out to Miami. Then we've got a Tarom 737-300, I think it is. This aircraft's going out to Suceava, which is a new airport in Romania. We've got a Norwegian 737-800 being catered, and once it's catered it will be towed. It will be pushed over to the other side of the airport into the terminal where boarding will commence. It's just Norwegian's way of hurrying things up. This aircraft will be going out to Oslo Gardermoen. Then we've got an Egypt Air 737-800 going out to Cairo. Then just boarding a Ryanair 737-800, which is heading out to... Do you know what I didn't put? It's the one aircraft I didn't put on the sheet. This aircraft's heading out to Valencia. Then finally, onto the terminal. We've got a Qantas A380 going out to Sydney via Dubai. Malaysian A380 being fueled, and this one's going out to Kuala Lumpur. Empty gate where the Norwegian was and the American's going. Next step, we've got a Norwegian 737-800, that little Wi-Fi livery thing. This one's going off to Tromsø. Then BA 787 going out to Calgary in Canada. Then finally BA A320 operating service to, what is this one? I did put it down. This one's going out to Prague. So as you can see from, I don't know if I think it was the last update. With this update, I said it was going to be a Scandinavian terminal kind of area. So like Norwegians, of course Scandinavian, and Finnair operating mainly from it, but I decided to change my mind. Seeing as I got rid of that area in the BA terminal, seeing as BA is a very big thing in the UK, I suppose I should really add them into the airport with some kind of significant service. So basically what happens is with this terminal is Norwegian operate 2 787 to the airport. It's rare they're together in the airport together. One's based and one is a shuttle service to Oslo, which is quite weird why I put the 737 on there, I do not know. Basically with this one, how I'm organising it is we got 2 stands here, These two stands are mainly BA operated. Well, these three stands, I'll say, are mainly BA operated. That's why I got the 320. I was thinking about adding the 319 or 321, but I didn't. So BA own these two, and they just let Norwegian jump in there and out whenever they're not using them. They also own really these three gates, I'd say. Of course, they have their own 380s that operate in there. These stands, of course, that's a 380 stand. That could fit up to a 777-300, so that's what they stick in there mainly. It's the 300, but really it's rare they get a time where all of their long haul aircraft are in there all at the same time. Like there's never really the 380 in there while the 333's in there. It's vice versa with the 333 and the 78 and stuff like that. It's really weird how they work it out. But if they were to have it, they can accommodate it. So, and then this one gate here is Norwegian for their 787 that's based, and then the 787 that jumps in just jumps in there. And then they actually own two slots here, these two areas here, or two stands along this area, for the 78s, the 738s that are based, and then Ryanair own the other two. Then I've kind of decided over there, this terminal over here is mainly EasyJet operated, but as EasyJet service has died down since I sold the other two, it's winter, they've kind of shifted all their other services to Stansted and Gatwick. So now we only have 3 EasyJets, and the other 3 gates are kind of just empty ones, which anyone can really jump in, like I know Monarch. Monarch, you haven't really heard them in updates recently. They occasionally jump in one of the stands. They're 321, and that's nothing major. This one's still Thomas Cook based. I only have how many Thomas Cook aircraft? Four Thomas Cook out of the 5 stands. Of course, I got rid of the 321. I did the new scheme because I decided it was terrible. So that one's kind of in there. Thompson and Virgin / any other long haul. Each rare version of all 4 aircraft in at the same time. There's only 2 of them. And really, that pretty much sums it up. So yeah. So thank you for watching, thank you for following, and I shall see you hopefully, I don't know when the next update will be. Thanks for watching, see you later.